A few minutes after I uploaded yesterday's video, it was confirmed. What's up guys, I'm Snows and this is your boot sequence. Well, Microsoft announced it. The Surface Go tablet is the new kid on the block and it packs a pretty good amount of punch. The screen has a 1800 by 1200 10-inch display and it has a 3:2 aspect ratio like most of the other Surface products. The bezels around it are quite thick though. Personally, I really like the iPad thin on one side and thick on the other approach. It reduces the footprint of the device and still allows you to grab it properly. Also, I just think it looks better. I mean, thicker bezels, especially on a smaller screen, makes the device look a little bit out of date. Now let's talk about the brain of the device. It has a Pentium Gold 4415Y, which still uses DDR3. In terms of RAM, you can choose between 4 or 8 gigabytes, and in terms of storage, and I'm honestly very disappointed in this, you can get 64 gigabytes of eMMC or 128 gigabytes of SSD. I'm disappointed because while SSD can vary in speed, it's usually a lot faster than any eMMC storage solutions. So yeah, they kind of dropped the ball in that one. In terms of accessories, there's a lot of them, but they all cost about $100 a pop. So if you want a Surface keyboard, the pen, and a mouse, the thing will set you back pretty close to $1,000. Now the only reason I'd buy this tablet compared to a Chromebook or an iPad is if I wanted Windows. But then there are other options like 2-in-1s where I wouldn't have to pay extra for all of the accessories. It's a good try and I'm sure that some people will be interested in the product, but I just think that with a processor like that and with Windows 10 installed, the device might not be powerful enough as a daily driver. That's just my 2 cents though. What do you think? Leave your thoughts down below and I'll take a look. Moving on, Nvidia's AI research is getting more and more amazing. So a few weeks ago, we had a demo for an AI that can interpolate frames for slow motion video using deep learning. It was a pretty cool demo, but this time, the AI removes noise and artifacts from photos. The AI never had access to the original photos, but is still able to remove extreme noise from them. Not only that, but it could remove and replace sections of the image that are blocked by text. Usually, training for a similar AI would go like this. You show it a clean version of an image and a noisy version, and you let it figure it out. But this time they chose a different approach for this AI, and it apparently requires less training time and can be faster in execution. Compared to the slow motion AI, this one is so much more versatile. You can use it to help software with 3D renders, you can use it to enhance medical imagery, and so much more. That reminds me though, what happened to the Google Lens feature that allowed you to do pretty much the same thing? I believe it was during Google I/O 2017 that they were showing Google Lens removing a fence from a photo or even cleaning up noise. I guess we might get more details now that Nvidia is showing progress on their version of the same thing. And now let's jump into a segment I haven't done in a while, in case you didn't know. Yesterday, a former Intel chip architect who worked at the company for 20 years said that the Extreme Edition branding for their high-end desktop platform would cease to exist. Well, it's not true. Intel replied that there is no change to the branding of the Intel Core Extreme Edition and Intel Core X series. More interestingly though, the guy's name is François Pied-Noël, which when you translate his last name into English is François Foot Christmas. I'm sorry, it's just so... Okay, then we have Apple, who is adding some security to their phones by adding a USB restricted mode. If you run the latest update, your phone will not exchange data when connected to a PC if you haven't unlocked your phone in the last hour. I mean, it's a great feature, but who still plugs in their phone to their computer? I guess they're doing that just for like the FBI and stuff to prevent access through a wire. In gaming, Blizzard managed to raise $12.7 million for the breast cancer research thanks to the Pink Mercy campaign. This amount is the single largest donation by a corporate partner in the organization's history. And all of that because of a skin. Good stuff, Blizzard. I mean, I'm honestly kind of shocked. It's pretty cool to see things like that happen. Then we have Far Cry 5, which will launch the next DLC called Lost on Mars. It will be available on July 17th and will take place, well, on Mars. I don't have Far Cry 5, but this looks pretty cool. I mean, the DLC has new guns, new environments, new enemies, and maybe new physics. I mean, it's almost like an entirely new game. And all of that for $10. And if you didn't know, well, now you know. Alright, now let's answer a question from you guys, and today it is, if you could have any piece of tech from the past, what would it be? I know it's going to sound dumb to some of you guys, but probably the Virtual Boy. There was this game which used to scare me like crazy. It's called Boxer, and when I was a kid, I could never play it for too long. I wanted to try it out because I wonder if I'd still be scared. Even now, I'm scared in non-horror VR games like Robo Recall because when I turn around, the enemy is like 2 inches from my face jumping at me and it just startles me. What about you guys? What piece of tech would you bring back? Also, don't forget to leave your questions down below, and by the way, I answer like 90% of the comments. You just gotta give me time. I try to take a few hours once a week to go through them all, so if I haven't answered you, just stay tuned, I'll probably leave something. Anyways, that's pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Don't forget to stay frosty and click right here to see the latest video. It's gonna be right here. I'm looking at the monitor, I'm looking at it right here, and right here to subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, Roboxer, man, this thing scared the hell out of me. Anyways, take care. I'll see you next time. Stay frosty.